So following this past episode of AEW Dynamite, it looks like Hangman Adam Page and Swerve Strickland are going to be teaming up against Samoa Joe and the Ops. And ultimately, this is something that's been booked really well for the time being. It's a hot angle. The sort of title change came out of nowhere, which is honestly something that I think AEW should be doing more of. Change the titles out of nowhere, make it exciting, make it less predictable, make it to a point where someone like me, who doesn't watch AEW all the time, doesn't watch AEW every week, sees that title change, is like, okay, I've got to see what they're doing now. They're clearly going in a different direction than what we all thought they was going to do. We thought, AEW, they normally do long title runs, they put the belt on Hangman. Hangman's not going to lose that belt until minimum early 2026. Would have been like the consensus going into that show. Of course, in the main event, Samoa Joe wins the world title. Hook turns on Hangman and joins the Ops, I guess. Then now we've got the Ops versus Hangman and Swerve. Of course, Hangman and Swerve have got a ton of history. They've obviously, that rivalry, Swerve and Hangman, is probably going to go down as AEW's greatest rivalry. And this relationship, the love, the hate relationship, these guys are now tagging with each other. It just makes that relationship, that rivalry, that storyline just even more rich. So many more layers to it now, right? And, okay, so you had the Ops come out. Samoa Joe did a promo, Hook done a promo. Then Swerve and Hangman come out and they beat up two of the Ops dojo guys, like those NPC security guys that the Ops have. Hung them from the ring with a chain. That was fire. But I need to see stuff like this more. And AEW are good at this sort of stuff. I need to see spectacle. Put Darby Allin through a flaming table. Set Jon Moxley on fire. Throw Darby Allin down a flight of stairs. Make him do a swanton through glass. Hang people from chains. Like, this is the sort of stuff, the degenerate stuff. I loved it when, out of nowhere, Nick Gage was in AEW. And he's out here busting up the light tubes, smashing light tubes over Chris Jericho's head. Like, that was crazy. I loved that stuff. Now, I'm not the type of guy, I couldn't watch a wrestling show that is just minute 1 to minute end, just deathmatch. I couldn't do that. But there is always room for deathmatch style wrestling in a wrestling show, in my opinion. You need something where the crowd can be like, holy, like, I know wrestling is fake, I know it's predetermined, but there's no way to fake that. There's no way to fake the burn from when the light tube gets smashed over your head. There's no way to fake getting put through a flaming table. Stuff like that. No way to fake, you know what I mean? Like, certain stuff, no way to fake getting slammed onto barbed wire. Now, barbed wire is a bit extreme because that stuff really cuts you, but that being said, Swerve Strickland's rolling around with a nail gun. He was hitting the guys from the Ops with nail guns, bro. That is insane. That, I don't know if that's gimmicked. I don't know if the gimmick to make the sound and the nails actually don't shoot out, or the staples don't actually shoot out. It wasn't a nail gun, it was a staple gun. Christ, if it was a nail gun, then dude should be sectioned or something if you can go around nailing people like that. But I mean, even with a staple gun, the principle is the same. You're still shooting metal into someone's body. It's crazy. But yeah, like I said, I'm getting off track. But like I said, it looks like Swerve and Hangman are going to be tagging with each other now. I don't know if they're going to do... I mean, immediately they probably do like a tag team matches, and then at the pay-per-view, will they do a triple threat for the world title? Will they do Swerve v Hangman for a number 1 contendership, and then have Samoa Joe as like a ringside or whatever? I don't know what they're going to do, but we're going to find out soon, I guess. AEW, they've got a bit of momentum back now that they've changed the titles again, and that's the thing. And that is what changing titles does. You get everyone, change titles, everyone's sort of suddenly on their toes again. Like, okay, damn, what's going on? Stuff's changing, major changes are happening. So guys like me who doesn't watch every week, I see that, I'm like, okay, I want to see what direction AEW is going to go in now. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Swerve and Hangman becoming a tag team. Do you think this storyline is going to be good with Samoa Joe? Do you think, and at the end, who do you think is going to be walking away with the world title? I'd be super curious to know what all you guys think in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.